Welcome to The Real Estate Show. From buying to selling and everything in between. Rochester's home for everything real estate. And now, your hosts from the Anthony Butera team of Keller Williams Realty, Greater Rochester. It's Anthony Butera and Jason Mancuso.
Hey everybody, Mark Myra here. We got Anthony Butera. We got Jason Mancuso of the Anthony Butera team. And welcome to episode 13 of the Real Estate Show.
Friday the 13th, wow.
I know you guys are... I know you guys are located. We're located in Greece.
Yeah,
and we're from the Anthony Butera team, Keller Williams headquarters here.
yeah.
But right near Chick-fil-A, where the riots are happening, the Chick-fil-A riots.
I had to
Right?
lose my spot in line to come to the show.
Yeah, Jason just left his tent.
Yeah.
He left his dog in there, though, so he holds
Right,
his
yeah, I just
spot.
got the spot.
Last night, driving past it, they were already out there. 8 o'clock last night, that parking lot was already jam-packed. Now, this morning, drove past there, and Greece police all over the place. There's signs to redirect traffic over this Chick-fil-A. Now, I don't know much about the company. Like, what's the biggest difference with Chick-fil-A and Kentucky Fried Chicken? Is it just...
I think it's pickles.
What?
Their whole thing is a sandwich, and it's like Southern style, so they got
gotcha.
pickles
It
on it.
is. You haven't had it? Have you? It's.
Nah, I don't.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
But
we can.
I don't know. So, let's talk fast food ranks, right?
Oh
Okay.
wow! All right, we don't have all day here. Okay?
I don't know. I would put Wendy's
At that.
above McDonald's,
Okay.
and this would be above Wendy's. I guess I don't know.
All
It's,
right.
it's still fast food chicken, but I mean, you bring up a good point with Kentucky Fried Chicken. I mean,
So do they
I
not
don't
do
know.
regular chicken? It's all sandwich based?
Yeah, no, I don't think you get like a bucket of chicken.
Oh,
with
okay.
bones. I ate the bones.
I think my problem with it is I refuse. If I'm going into a fast food place, I refuse to wait 1 second.
Right.
I will not. I better be served within a second. I better walk in and I better be talking to a 15-year-old about getting a sandwich.
Yep.
You know, these people waiting for
I
it
don't
like
get
a
it.
day and a half.
Don't get me wrong, I'm fat and I'll be there 3 days a week once the lines go down, but I don't understand how people are you tanning? You got a tan?
10. Well, so the giveaway is what is it? It's Chick-fil-A for life, but
No, a year.
Okay, it's
a
a
year,
year.
not even life.
But it's once a week?
You get a
meal a week?
A meal a week, and it's only the number one.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right, so the number one, I'm assuming, is probably like a fried chicken sandwich,
Yeah.
fries, and a drink, right?
Sure.
So, could you imagine, though, think of the time you spent.
All right, and you can't even get cheese on it.
What?
I'm assuming. I mean, you're not, number one, you're not going to get.
But basically what they said is it
double
has-
with bacon.
They said it has a $400 value. So, for $400, are you going to tent it up overnight in the 30s?
Lose a finger.
Yeah, lose a
Right.
finger just to guarantee that you're going to gain 30 pounds in 1 year.
Well, so I saw something. It's yes, you get the $400 of food, but then you get $3,000 of medical bills. By the end of the year, so it kind of ends up costing you $2,600.
Yeah, we'll see how it
I
works
also
out.
don't get chicken for breakfast.
Oh, it's open for breakfast?
Yeah. They did just, a biscuit and chicken.
Oh,
That's your
so maybe like
breakfast.
that, the country fried chicken
Yeah.
and gravy. This is
Here's what I
This is
took
gonna
away.
be
So
wonderful.
I've been to one in Florida, and I never thought they would come up here because they actually, it's fast food, but with service. Like somebody comes and clears your table.
Did they bring
And
it
I
to
was-
your table?
They don't bring it to your table, but there's somebody there clearing your table. So I was I'm in Florida. Not to say I'm a New Yorker, but
So, semi-waitress tip expected?
and that's where I was thrown off. I get this guy, I'm eating my fast food with my family, and I'm thinking it's, normal situation. Somebody comes, can I take that for you?
You sure he worked there?
It's gonna fight you.
Could have been. Yeah.
Well,
so I never thought it would make it here. Just be like,
My-
New Yorkers are going to be
I
like,
don't know.
get the hell away from me.
I like
In and
eating
Out
my-
Burger's the biggest thing now.
I like eating my fast food in my car alone, not making eye
Yeah.
contact with anybody. I don't need service here. Come on.
You want to park your
No,
car
it's
in a
just it.
private lot and just eat it in shame?
Yeah, I get the Taco Bell, and then I go to the Tops parking lot, so people don't see me in the Taco Bell parking lot.
Yeah, I know that move. I know that.
That's how I like my fast food. Thank you very much, Chick-fil-A.
I know.
Well, also, they're not open Sundays.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah.
because
They-
very religious based.
Yeah, they only like certain type of people to get married. There's that too.
Okay.
Yeah, so which I'm surprised. Like they do have that controversy. There's a controversy with the CEO there.
Yes.
Oh my! So I'm surprised all the news stations are like
This is all coming
Like
back to me.
trying
This
to,
is
like-
ringing a bell now.
like the news stations are all over this, and it's like
Yeah.
he said some pretty anti-gay stuff.
Yeah.
In 2006, I think it was.
I'm going to put a sign in front that
should
says
protest.
that first 100 people in line Sunday get free meals from the Anthony Butera team.
Yeah, look at that.
Just to get them to spend the night.
It doesn't
Saturday.
matter who you married either. You
Yeah.
know? Marry
No,
whoever.
I marry
We
whoever.
don't discriminate.
Wow, that's interesting. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, because they they're I think they're based out of Atlanta, or at least they got a big customer base there, obviously. But they in the new stadium, the football stadium, they've
Yeah.
got a huge thing there that's never open on Sundays during the game, so it's just left for whatever concerts and
that's crazy.
college football, I guess.
Hey, for an owner of a business like that to make a bold statement like
Sure.
that, you know what I mean? Just from like a business owner standpoint, we always joke around, right? We're in sales. We have no political views. I agree with everybody, right? So
Sure.
to take a stand like that, wow.
Yeah.
Chicken's damn good.
When you got a business, it should be like, I'm against heart disease.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, like any
Yeah.
ailment
Yeah.
I'm against, and
Yeah.
we're gonna fight
Yeah, can't
for
really take a
cancer.
side.
You know,
Yes.
that's about it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
All right, well, you want to go through this list here? We got
Yeah, let's
this
talk
real
about
estate.
this. Yeah, it was an interesting list. Some
Well, to get into the real estate part, though, so what is like everything ends up in Greece and Henrietta.
Sure.
You know,
Those
the
are
new
the test
Chick-fil-A
markets.
isn't ended up in Pittsford.
Nope.
Is it? So does just basically Greece and Henrietta let anybody there? I mean, Henrietta's got Amazon. Greece has Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah.
So Henrietta, I know, is typically the first test market to see if something can make it, and then there's stuff that succeeds in Henrietta that fails in Greece.
Mighty
But-
Taco.
Yeah, closed in Greece, right? So I mean, Henrietta just has the demographics and the amount of businesses out that way to support a lot of these restaurants, and I think it's more center city, right? I mean, so somebody from Victor, somebody from Greece will go to Henrietta if there was an establishment there for food or shopping or whatever the case may be. But Greece is another test market. It's just population based there.
And then for Pittsford, like you can't build anything more than half a story high, and
Yeah,
it's all
Bright-
got to be the same color.
and Brighton actually will not allow drive-through. So
Really? Is that for real?
Yeah. So there's a Dunkin' Donuts in Brighton on Monroe Avenue, and there's also one a mile down on Monroe Avenue, but crosses the Pittsford-Brighton border, and it's Pittsford. Pittsford allows the drive-through, so
It's just a traffic thing, or just aesthetic, or
the town is very strict. Brighton's on top of every. I mean, literally, if there's a car parked in a parking lot with a flat tire in front of a business, they're gonna put. Well, you know what crimes are going on in Brighton, you know what I mean?
right? Blue or white collar crimes.
Yeah, ding dong ditch.
Embezzlement.
Yeah,
things
exactly.
Like that.
Embezzlement, money laundering.
Imagine Chick-fil-A going near Whole Foods. Might as well just
that'd be
blow
great.
up the whole
Yeah.
Well, is it
intersection.
there was a Whole Foods that they were trying to put in, and wasn't Wegmans really?
Well, they just passed it. They
Yep.
they kind of sneaked it in, from what I understand. But there's a lot of people not happy about it. I think it's going to be a total debacle traffic wise, because it's right by
No doubt.
right by 590 there.
No doubt. It's a smaller scale version, I guess, from the original plan, but the traffic's already a nightmare right there.
See, this is why I live in Churchville.
There you
Yeah.
go.
No.
I'm assuming there's a
There's
Whole
no-
Foods in Churchville.
Yeah, there's a couple. I'm surprised we really have a Chinese place.
Oh, do you?
We have a Chinese restaurant. It's not bad either. It's
Yeah.
it's pretty decent. But I was like, there's like 2,000 people here. You know.
Everybody's got to have a Chinese.
Listen, where your house sits, on that desolate road. Everything's farm to table
Right.
with you guys, right?
That's Whole Foods.
You got to drive
Garden.
through it.
We go shoot a coyote and bring it in,
Yeah.
and that's our dinner.
Season it.
Delicious.
All right, so I got a list here of 6 risky moves homeowners make when selling.
Like it.
So just to get your opinion of what you think, this is just the author's opinion, pretty much.
Yeah,
So
these
what
are
do you
not
think?
our opinions.
Yeah, rattle
So,
through.
Um,
Another Mythbusters, I guess, right?
so they're saying that it is it's risky if you're selling your home before closing on a new home. So selling your home before closing on a new home, that's a risky move.
I think it's market condition related. I think you could speak to that, right?
Yeah.
5 years ago, maybe.
Well, I mean,
Because then you might not have somewhere to live, right? That's the whole thing.
yeah.
Maybe.
They're also telling you to have 2 mortgage payments potentially.
Right.
By this, so I mean, I think it's all you gotta know where you stand in relation to the market. If you got a house that's not updated that you want $50,000 more than what it's actually worth, then you're not going to be in a good spot. But if you know that you're coming in and you're going to price it accordingly and that it's in good shape, there's no reason that it won't sell. So that risk of owning 2 homes at once is pretty much eliminated unless there's some sort of outside factor like I hate to say it, but now being on a road right next to Chick-fil-A, for example.
Sure.
I don't know that too many people are going to be
Why? You don't want acne in your 50s?
aside from
From
me.
the grease?
Aside from me, I don't know how many people are going to be looking to live next to something.
Didn't even consider
Something
that.
like
It's a
that.
good
Wait, so that's bringing property value down?
I
you
hate to
think,
get
or-
into it. It could. I mean, the
Fried
immediate, because there's houses right there on
Yeah,
those
right
side
behind it.
streets. So the immediate houses there, they're probably not thrilled about it.
Sure.
Smelling
Gonna
fried
have-
chicken
yeah.
all day.
Leftover chicken thrown on their lawn.
So I'll counter. Ask the question again, Mark, because I want to make sure I get clarity on this.
All
I
right,
don't
so they're
respond.
saying it's risky if you're selling your home. It's risky to sell your home before closing on your new home.
Gotcha. All right. Well, number one, let's start out by saying not everybody is qualified or in the financial position to purchase another home without pulling equity from their existing home. So we'll start there. In the market that we're in right now, where if your home doesn't sell in 3 to 4 days, you overpriced it.
Yeah.
It's a different story. I know I can sell a house very quickly in this market that we're in. And I'm speaking Rochester, New York specific. This isn't national trends, right?
Right.
So I am exhausting every option. When I'm going on listing appointments and I'm obtaining that listing, I'm holding people off from listing the house until they find a house. And I'm trying everything possible to get them pre-qualified going non-contingent. Because if that is an option, if they had the funds to go non-contingent, if they were pre-qualified to go non-contingent, now what does non-contingent mean? It means they don't have to sell their home to purchase another one. It means that their income can support not only the mortgage that they're in, but the new mortgage that they're walking into. If that's the case, definitely purchase the next home. We get your home on the market at the same time. 9 times out of 10, we'll still be able to close on your home before the home that you purchase because we can sell your home that fast. Now, we have tools that we use with our lenders of choice, and there's bridge loans where they let you borrow some equity from your current home to go non-contingent. But to sell your home without finding your home, it's tough because although a lot of people say, well, with all offers, just let them know that the sale is contingent upon us finding suitable housing. All right, but in all fairness, this needs to be time bound, right? We can't just have a never-ending date of you finding suitable housing because if a buyer steps up to the plate, makes you a great offer on your house, fine. Let's ask for a 30-day rent back.
You're not going to wait forever.
But if you can't find something, too bad. You got the most amount for your money. Those buyers did what they have to do. Now you have to do what you have to do. And if that means getting into a month-to-month rental, that's what you have to do. But to buy something or to sell your home without knowing where you're going. It's tough right now, man. It's this market's insanity. Every decent house that's priced right, it's it's 5-6 offers at a minimum.
So we're disagreeing with that statement because of the local market that we're in. To counter that would be, okay, where that may apply. Let's say you have $1 million house here, where the common price point is up to, $200,000-$300,000, depending on the market that you're in here locally. So if you're trying to sell $1 million house when there's very few, that do sell, that may be the example of, okay, you should probably unload that, that debt burden, so to speak, before you go and hop in something else. So
but we always pretty good about having conversations and educating your sellers, because here's the reality. If you purchased a home today, you're probably 2 months, right? 60 days from closing, and your first mortgage payment is forgiven by every lender. They do that purposely. They forgive your first payment. They don't work that in because they know that that's going to be your most expensive month. Moving costs,
Sure.
Bed Bath & Beyond, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, you close today, April 11th or whatever, your first mortgage
Celebratory
payment.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Exactly. First mortgage payment's going to be June 1st or June
15th.
Beginning of June. Yeah. So you have that time.
If you close today. Now, if you just got an accepted offer today, you're legit 4 months away from having to make that first mortgage payment. If I can't sell your house and close on it in 4 months, I'm not very good at my job considering the current market conditions that we're in. So there's our take. But that's Rochester, that's based on Rochester, New York, and our current market. Yeah.
Exactly.
So we're going through risky moves that you can make if you're a seller. This says pricing a home too high. Risky move when you're a seller.
Sure. We always say that, frankly, in a hot market like this, it favors sellers that, you owe it to yourself to sell your home for as much as you can, but that can backfire quickly if you're just, if you're either unreasonable about it, or if you do take the approach of let's test the market at a higher price, but you don't get it and you don't adjust. So you can, within reason, and I'm talking $5,000-$10,000 maybe, depending on the price point, you can overshoot a little bit. But literally in this market, if all the other homes are selling in the neighborhood or in the area that are similar in a week tops and yours isn't, and it's in good shape, then it's probably overpriced and you have to adjust. Because what you can't have happen is, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days on the market roll around and you haven't adjusted yet. What happens is people are looking online and they're looking at days on market, this stat. And once they see something that's got 30 days on market, in the current conditions that we're in, they're just thinking, okay, something's wrong with this. Or it's overpriced and the seller's unreasonable, skip it.
There's a stigma now on that house only because it's been on the market 30 days and how busy this market is. Consumers are just going to assume the worst. The house could make perfect sense and fit all of their criteria: location, size, number of beds, number of baths. But again, it's just human nature plays into it. Nobody wants what nobody else wants, right? So it's the same conversation, right? Like, how is that hot girl still single? Clearly she's crazy. Right? Right? So maybe she's not. Maybe no one had the courage to go.
Maybe she's priced too high.
Yeah. Maybe she's priced. Yeah. Maybe she's tenting at Chick-fil-A right now. You don't know.
We should go to Chick-fil-A and we should
done
market
a
value of all the tents.
We do on site.
Why wouldn't we just a show from Chick-fil-A? News 13 beat us to it.
Yeah, come on.
So missing the mark is listen. Where you're going to price it today, where we're going to advise you to price it today, is way overpriced in 2014. Like, that's how much the market has changed in 3-4 years. So we're already capturing top dollar amount. But what happens now is once sellers start getting, once they start getting some knowledge of the current market condition, they take it to the next level.
They want to go over that.
They really want to test it. So what we get a lot, when I'm sitting, I'm talking to sellers, is fair market value for their house has no bearing on where they want to price it. They want to price their house based on how much money they need to do what they want to do moving forward. Like what their house is worth becomes an irrelevancy. Our data becomes an irrelevancy. Our professional opinion becomes an irrelevancy. It's about where they're going and how much money they need. I get it. I understand what you need, but it still has no effect on the value of your house.
Sure.
So Timmy's going to have to wait for that prosthetic leg because I can't fit that into this
Poor tiny
listing.
Tim.
Yeah.
Poor polio leg Tim.
All
All right, we'll do one more. So this is risky moves to make if you're selling your house. Being too cheap when it comes to home improvement. Like cheaping out on home improvements that are necessary.
Well, kind of goes back to the last conversation a little bit. I mean, if you're going to not do what's necessary to get top dollar and also in combination price it too high, I mean, you're not going to be in a good spot.
Or taking on home projects that you have no business taking on. So when I'm walking into people's houses and, they've got a whole list in front of me of updates and years they were done, I love that. And as I walk through the house and, it looks like they did their backsplash with mittens on and it looks like they, the workmanship quality, there's certain jobs that homeowners can do, they're fully capable of. There's other jobs you need to leave to the professionals.
Right.
Because what you're doing is you're creating a perception immediately. If a buyer walks through your front door and you decided you were going to tile your front foyer and you ripped out a section of carpet and one grout line's a ½ inch thick, the other grout line there's an inch in between, the trim isn't angled right, and
Just looks hack.
immediately the rest of your house, you just dictated the experience for the rest of your house. Now the buyers aren't looking for how the house is going to make sense for them. They're looking for what other hack jobs you did or what else you rigged in that house.
Yep. I always deal with it on buyers if we're looking at a flip.
Yeah.
Like I can generally walk into a house and kind of call it a half-ass flip. I always tell buyers with that look, you got to keep in mind, it's not that it's wrong to buy a flip, for example, but the seller this is a business. This isn't his home that he's lived in for 20 years that he's owned and take care of. He's looking to get in and out of it and make some money and do it quickly.
What are like the signs that you see, like you go into a flipped house?
You could just, it's tough to say. You can just tell, kind of what Anthony alluded to, just, little things that look like it's a do-it-yourself job and hacked together and piecemeal together and but the roof is shot. And they didn't do that. But they put in a new, 1/4-inch granite countertop from Mr. Seconds, stuff like that. So it's just, we've been in enough homes where, we know quality work versus, this was thrown together in 10 days and now it's on the market after they just closed on it and, they're doubling up the price. So,
or just being cautious with your buyers and just letting them know, listen, I know this house right now, from photos and to the best of your knowledge, it looks like an updated home, but I have to tell you what's going to happen over the next 3, 4, 5 years.
Right.
That $67 vanity from the outlet store, that's going to be
you gotta put your
deteriorated. The door is going to be jacked. The hinges are going to be off. All of these materials are not built to last.
Right.
So you're paying top dollar today because today everything is brand new. 5 years of wear and tear with these products that were used to update this house is going to bring the house back. When I say back, meaning it's going to be worth a lot less in 5 years than what you're paying for it today, even if there were some inflation.
Now let's flip the conversation. the question was being cheap with upgrades.
Yeah, basically it's risky to be cheap with upgrades.
Let's be effective with what we're doing.
Yeah.
Case in point, we've got one coming up where we had the seller. They spent what, $800?
Under $800.
$800 and upgraded kitchen countertops. And there was a purple bathtub or something like that?
Green
bathtub.
Yeah.
And
Cute green.
Change that to, fresh. It was all dealt with paint. we have a guy that we use that we recommend, and he's able to go in and redo kitchen countertops but not change them out and make them look, high end, and then also take your green bathtub to a white bathtub. And here we're not, this doesn't fall into the category of a half-assed job. It's like, let's put some tasteful updates on something that's going to attract buyers, and buyers can appreciate that. We,
it's just doing
$5,000 probably on, compared to what it would sell for by just spending this amount of money.
But you guys come in and you, like, if you're going through somebody's house that wants to sell, you go, this would be worthwhile.
Yeah.
This isn't.
Listen,
you should
our worst, we run it where it's like, I don't want to give you a list of things to do and money to spend and not be confident that it's gonna lead to a return. So if we're telling you to spend money, we feel very good about it. And the downside is that if you don't, okay, now you're selling this with, crappy countertops and a puke green bathroom that is it's gonna cost you. People are gonna give us negative feedback. People are gonna knock you on the sale price.
Yep.
We're gonna change that without blowing it up.
We're gonna advise you to do the things we know will get no less than 100% return and probably way more. There are items that maybe you won't get a return on, but your house will not sell with them in its current state.
Sure.
Right.
So there's variables.
We always brought up like a roof.
Mm-hmm.
Like a house needs a roof, right? But it's not going to get you a huge return.
No. Unfortunately, it's the most expensive
Just kind of
project, but it's a maintenance item.
it goes to being able to sell to not being able to sell.
Yeah.
a lot of times. So
It's a maintenance item.
it's a tough conversation. I mean, because if you don't do that, now you got to force people to think outside the box, and nobody wants to do that. Everybody just wants to,
have a house to live in.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Right.
All right. Well, episode 13 of the Real Estate Show. We are up now on AnthonyButeraTeam.com. We got the Real Estate Show tab there. Just click on that. Subscribe on iTunes, YouTube. You can follow us there. Facebook, Stitcher, everything up there at AnthonyButeraTeam.com. Check it out, and thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening to The Real Estate Show. Find us on Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube. If you're looking to sell or buy, talk to the Anthony Butera team of Keller Williams Realty, Greater Rochester. Visit AnthonyButeraTeam.com.